Hey folks, it's Jim. Most of you watch my channel, been running around. You're probably prepping, getting your last minute things. This is Toby, my 16-year-old blind deaf pug that I adopted. Then I had to have a bunch of teeth pulled out because his teeth weren't all that great. So then I had to change his diet. Now, all this happened last year, but then I realized 4 weeks ago when this corona thing started breaking out and I started evaluating my situation. Is there any loose ends that I've got? Diet change on the dog, right? And then I needed flea and tick meds. So he can't take the pill, which is all my vet's giving out these days. So I had to go online to Chewy.com and order this in, and I ordered this in 3 weeks ago. And thanks goodness for that, because I'm already hearing about supply chain shortages with regards to a lot of chemical items, okay, or pharmaceuticals of all kinds, okay? So you might want to get a jump on that now before the shortages start. So anyway, and I found this at Hannaford, exact same active ingredients in the exact same doses as Frontline Plus. So flea and tick med for the cat at half the price. And it's better than nothing, isn't it? So I got that for a backup on the cat, because he's got to be flea and ticked. He's outside all the time. So I got that for a backup because I just used my last dose on him 2 weeks ago, and I knew it was going to be a week and a half before I got to the vet to stock up on his good stuff. So anyway, I found this backup for half the price of the Frontline Plus. And I've been using Catago, and now I'm going to try this stuff, and if it works, I'm not even going to use Catago anymore. I'm just going to use this. I think Frontline lost the patent on their product, is why the vets aren't carrying it anymore. Because it still seems to work for fleas and ticks. I don't know, at least it does here. But, you know, you got to make those decisions for yourself. But have you thought it through? With Toby changing to a soft diet after he lost all of his teeth, I really had to focus on stocking up on his food. I'm going to put him down. There you go, buddy. Oh, all right. There you go. Yep, he's a good little dog. But, you know, I wouldn't want to sit around and watch him suffer. That's going to add stress to me, and that's going to compromise my immune system, isn't it? In a time when I'm probably going to need a pretty healthy immune system, huh? So that was one of the first things I tightened up, and that's why I'm doing this video. Because I'm watching everybody do videos on all kinds of stuff, but nobody's talking about their pets. And let me tell you something, if you got to watch your pet suffer, it's going to tear you down, man. So that's a simple thing we can all tighten up and prevent. And I think a lot of our dog food comes from overseas, right? He eats pedigree, country, whatever. And so, you know, I have to buy that by the case. And he doesn't eat a lot, of course. He's a little guy, but you know, I had to buy some cases of food to make sure if we were gonna go a year without resupply, I was good to go with him. I'm all set. But there was a poor little guy, and I only had about 4 months of food for him, so I really had to get out there and get busy. And 4 weeks ago I did. I finally stocked up and got everything ready, my last minute checks. So that's my point on this video too. Have you done your last minute checks on your animals? Do you have their meds, that whatever that is, their heartworm, flea tick, all that stuff? Do you have their food? And if you have cats, what about cat litter, okay? I don't know where that comes from. I haven't read the box. I just buy it and use it. Now, if you have indoor cats, you're going to need a lot of it. Thank God it's springtime and mine goes outside 90% of the time. Okay, so I don't need a lot until come, you know, right about December. From here on out, the cat can go outside, but come December, if we're still not getting resupplied on cat litter, I'm going to need some cat litter. So I went ahead and took care of that too. So anyway, I just wanted to do a video on this. Have you thought all of this through? While you're running around scurrying for all this stuff for yourself, have you forgotten about your pets? And you don't want to be blindsided with that, because it's going to tear your heart out, right? You can't switch a 16-year-old dog's food over in a day. You're going to make the dog sick. And I presume it's the same way with a cat. I don't know. Mine eats all kinds of wild stuff, so he comes in and snacks on his dry food, basically. But I still made sure I at least had enough to get me through 6 months to a year of the cat's dry food as well. So have you thought all this through? You know, are you going to get blindsided in the middle of panic You know, when everybody else is panicking and realize, oh darn, I don't have this. So if I were you, and like I did, 4 weeks ago I did an inventory, and sure enough I found those 2 holes in my preps. They're flea and tick meds, because they were all out. I just had the leftovers from last year, right? And the food. Their diet, Toby's diet had changed, and the cat has a cat box that I didn't even think about, right? So anyway, just sharing this with you because that's one of the lapses I just had. I hope that you didn't. I hope you're a better prepper than me. But I had those lapses, you know. I would have known now to buy the flea and tick meds, but 4 weeks ago it wasn't spring melt, and so we're not even thinking flea and tick meds here. I'm lucky something went off in my head doing that inventory, and bang, I was able to get it. So I just wanted to do this video because I would have felt really bad if I didn't have the needs for these guys. You know what I mean? And up here they get Lyme disease real easy, so it's good to have your flea and tick meds. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Shout out to Seth out there, Fallen Skies Prepper. Keep doing those videos, and hope everybody's doing well there. And again, I watch Chris Martinson's channel on the coronavirus at peakprosperity.com, and then Dr. John Campbell is doing a really good job out of Britain. Jim out.